This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Make another smart choice with Auto Quote Explorer to compare rates from multiple car insurance companies all at once. Try it at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Welcome to Hello Uglies, the Dragula recap show for Titan Season 2, Episode 5, titled Holidays of Horror. My name's Joe Betance, and I'm joined, as always, by the goddess of glitz, glamour, goth, gossip, and gore herself, the one and only, please say, Hello Uglies, to Miss Lauri and Kay Roddenkamp. Hello, Laurian.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Great. I don't know why you're talking like that. We're just having a normal conversation.
We are just having a normal... Okay, fine. Anyway. Well, Lauri and I just had a...
What are you doing?
Nothing, just hanging out.
Okay.
Lauri and I just had a great conversation over it. Why did it still scare me? You know what? People might not think I am, but I'm going to put a video of me actually, like, that one, I was expecting it and I got it. Anyway, we had a very pleasant conversation over at Just Between Us Ghouls, which is available at the executive tier level and above. We missed last week because Lar was... Well, no, here's a funny story. We should talk about it. I talked about this on a subscriber-only show. But, and this was nobody's fault, by the way, the story I'm going to tell you. But Lauri and I did the show last week, and we did it late. Or Lauri was moving, so we just kind of squeezed in some time to do this.
The actual show, not Just Between Us
Ghouls. Yeah, the actual show. And so Lauri was like, why don't we just do Just Between Us Ghouls tomorrow? I'll have a little bit of time, and it's only like 15-minute show. We'll do it. I'm like, great. And so the next day happens, and Lauri's like, oh, I'm on my way home. I'm like, great. And then I'm like, oh, I got to eat dinner. Let's postpone it another half hour. And then Lauri's like, oh, I got to do that. And then, so finally, I'm sitting here ready to go. And Lauri's like, I'm just going to grab my laundry, and I'll be right back, and we'll do the show.
Yeah,
like,
and I've been doing
here.
stuff on the computer and, doing whatever. And so we literally were like, we're going to record. I'm grabbing my laundry. I'm going to the bathroom, and then we're going to
just bang it out.
Yeah. And I go to the bathroom, grab my laundry, go to the bathroom, come sit at the computer. No internet.
And Lauri thinks this is like a temporary thing. She starts everything up again. Nothing. And then we find out they fucking shut her internet off because she was moving.
Yeah.
So that's why you guys didn't get Just Between Us Ghouls. But it is back. And also, look, once again, I'm going to plug that there. Okay. First of all, you can get it for free on the public feed of Hello Uglies, or it's on Drag Race Recaps public feed as well, with commercials, all that. But you can get it, but it doesn't come out till Monday. It comes out the same day on the West Coast that it comes out. The new episode comes out.
Oh,
but if you don't want to wait that long, it comes out early on the Patreon feed for free people. It comes out the earliest for paid Patreon supporters. They get it the day after we record it.
Okay.
And then the day after that, it goes to the public for free Patreon supporters. So if you want to have Hello Uglies, the soonest you can have it, and by the way, there's no commercials on Patreon. The soonest you can have it without commercials and 2 days before you would get it on the public feed, go to patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia and follow us for free on our Patreon page. You can also just go to the app, download the app on your computer. You can listen through it, everything. There's also a bunch of free shows there that you can just listen to for free. A lot of free content, all that in the Patreon app, patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia, or on your phone. This week, the Monsters present a filthy holiday-themed look and perform a live act of filth. After last week's extermination challenge, both Dahlia and La Zabaleta were exterminated. with La Zavaleta disqualified from the competition for breaking production rules. In the end, Abhora was named the winner of the challenge, while Disasterina and Priscilla Chambers were placed in the bottom two. After a walk up the staircase of souls, both Disasterina and Priscilla are dropped into the pit of oblivion. Meanwhile, J. Jolie and Dahlia Black face off in the hellbound showdown, and J. Jolie comes out triumphant. Lauri, did the right monsters win the challenge, and did the right ghouls get the chop?
I mean, yes. I thought Abhora's was great. I really liked it. So, I mean, yes, I think she rightfully, but I will say that I thought a lot of theirs was great. And so, I don't know. I feel like torn because I didn't really necessarily hate anyone's luck, and so I was hoping maybe because they did a double elimination they do a double save, but I think because they have that showdown throwdown or whatever it's called,
Hellbound Showdown.
I think they want to kind of get people go into that as soon as possible.
Well, also they have a lot of contestants and only 10 episodes or something.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, look, Disasterina, from what everyone says, I'm sure she's a phenomenal live performer because everybody's just always like, oh, Disasterina brings it, So I'm sure that she brings it in live shows, but she hasn't necessarily been that entertaining on this show.
Yeah.
Her looks have been good to okay. They haven't been terrible, but she's not really bringing any drama. She's not bringing anything. The only thing I'm worried about is Priscilla, was Priscilla's look maybe not the best, or, has she kind of been middling? Yeah, but she's also very funny on the show. So now we just lost humor, and we lost, La Zavaleta, which, yeah, she got disqualified, and we lost Dahlia. So there's that, we lost that drama. So now what? We're just left with the drama between, Blackberry and Cynthia
Doll.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, bitch.
So it's just okay. After this episode, I literally was just this is going to be a slog to get through now. So.
Well, the good news is it's only a 10 episode season, or historically has been that. So it might be that, we only, by the time they get rid of everybody, it's only a few episodes really. But let me tell you this. My father fucked Marlena Dietrich, but also you were right. Abhora was the correct winner, but there were some very strong contenders.
Yeah.
JK's
was really good. Really
strong
good.
Contender. And who else was in the top? Oh, Blackberry. I don't know. Blackberry was whatever to me, but a lot. Honestly, even Sigourney's was fantastic.
I love Sigourney's.
Honestly, almost all of them were fantastic. Looks wise, Disasterina. In other words, I'm going to say this right now. I'll be honest with you. The Boulets brothers were on point this episode. They were 100% correct in their judgments this episode. And I believe that, actually, where I disagree with him, it was not obvious to me what Disasterina was. You had to be very familiar with, I guess, the legend of Krampus. But now knowing that it was a bit on the nose, she didn't really extend it. So that made sense. And then Abhora's was incredible. Like I said. And then let's get to Priscilla Chambers. So I think they even had to do this in the edit, is that Priscilla Chambers tells us what holiday she was. I actually agree with the Boulets brothers in that Priscilla just came out in regular dude clothes.
Yeah.
And that she didn't even drag kings elevate it to a way that just the way that drag queens exaggerate femininity, drag kings exaggerate masculinity. That said, there is a movement in drag that's all about realness and looking as much like a real girl as possible. So I don't know why that same grace isn't extended to Priscilla. But that said, especially when you're doing a holiday themed show, I think they want to see more exaggeration, and it went to a really dark place that people online have speculated about, and I don't know if Priscilla's confirmed this or not, but that seemed that Priscilla was essentially confessing something, in this, and that this was maybe a real story, Because I think what we see is the father having sex with the corpse of the boy in the, I mean, if everyone's talking about, she's using her dead gender. I don't know if that's the correct term. And as I think people read into this. I didn't read into this, that she was trying to essentially reveal that. Maybe that's why I was careful. That remember she said in her workroom that she didn't look exactly like her dad. Maybe there was some sort of production was like you can't come
traumatic.
Yeah, you can't. Well, for lawsuit reasons, you can't. You can't be your exact dad because then you're now saying.
You're now saying that's
that happened. He can sue the fuck out of us.
Like, for some reason, I kept
like we're Container Store.
Yeah, I kept thinking of Saltburn. I thought that was a reference to Saltburn.
I thought I was like, oh, this would have been filmed. I don't know when did Saltburn come out in 2023, 2024. I don't remember, but oh
yeah, I don't know.
But this is a scene that we also see in Saltburn. That said, like, look, a lot of them were strong. I happen to agree with the Priscilla Chambers critiques. Now, that said, there's been a lot of, I don't know if you know this, Lauri, and I was even telling a friend today this on the phone. I'm kind of hesitant to talk about this because there is a lot of anger online about the elimination of Priscilla Chambers. And people really, really upset about it. And for a number of reasons.
Was sobbing.
Yeah, Abhora was upset. And we'll talk about that when we get to the end. Because, Eva was making a big fucking... Like, Abhora was crying like a normal person. But Eva was taking it to another level.
Well, yeah, because she has to be the one who feels the most.
Excuse me. Can I step in here?
What, Eva? What are you doing?
Yeah, how did Eva become a contestant, a co-host on this show? Go ahead, Eva. What do you want to say?
I just want to say, love Priscilla to death. Love Disasterina. But I'm just doing my thing. Okay.
What?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just doing my thing. They're gone. I'm just gonna do my thing, and I'm just gonna focus on myself. I'm Eva Destruction. That's what I'm going to do.
All right. Thank you, Eva.
No one asked you.
Nobody asked you.
Yeah. Okay, you can go sit right there in the corner, Eva. It's really weird.
Yeah. She will find a way.
Did you think she just shows up to places and just...
Yeah. She will find a way to worm her way into things.
Yeah. So. It's really weird. Anyway, I'm eyeing Eva now. Like, I'm eyeing her the way, like... when you were going to do shut up and I was sort of hesitant.
Yes.
I'm now waiting for her to jump up because right now she's in my office on a stool.
Oh, okay. She's just sitting there.
She's just sitting there. Like, right now she's looking at me very like coquettishly. Like, did I do that?
Yeah.
But I'm afraid. First of all, why do I have a live mic in front of her? That part, I don't know.
Well, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't understand you gays in your... in your sex stuff.
Why don't we do this? Yeah, I know. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break? When we come back, you and I, not Eva Destruction, right, Eva? Okay, you and I will continue the episode. We'll be back right after this.
Can I just say something?
Oh my God.
Oh my
Eva.
fucking God, Eva.
What? No.
I just want to say I resent the notion that I came here uninvited. I was invited.
Lauri, I never invited him. Who invited you, Eva?
Your producer, Diego.
Okay, you're saying an AI chatbot invited you?
Anyway, look, I didn't come here for drama, okay?
All right.
Everyone knows me. I'm drama free.
Okay.
All right? So I'm just sitting here. And you're maligning me and you're defaming me, and I'm not going to put up with that. I'm here for me.
Okay. Well, why are you here?
I'm here as an invited guest.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Well, then we'll see. All right. We're going to break, Eva.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. This Monday night, witness the end of an era. John Cena takes center stage for his final appearance ever on Monday Night Raw. One last match, one unforgettable farewell. Come celebrate the legacy of a true WWE legend. Monday Night Raw, November 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, only on Netflix. Be there for the moment everyone will be talking about.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kann du Norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viore athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viore. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viore.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
Can I just say something?
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, we can't even come back from the break.
I'm just gonna say I've heard you, I understand you, I respect you, so I'm just gonna sit right here. I'm not gonna say a word.
All right, good. Please.
Please do.
We were totally happy when you were, we never asked you to do anything.
Nobody wanted you here.
Nobody wanted you here.
Okay, well I'll just go sit in the stool right here in the corner.
Great.
All right, goodbye. Oh, God, and we're back. Lauri and Lauri only. What was your big takeaway from this episode?
That the rest of the episodes are gonna suck.
Oh, you think so?
Yes. I mean, we got rid of Priscilla. Priscilla, you know, do we still have some funny queens? JK has been making me, I'm being very honest, I have turned a page on JK, and JK has been making me laugh nonstop throughout each episode.
Sure.
So I feel like if we lose JK, we lose the show. Like, there's no reason to watch the show anymore. Priscilla was another big reason I like the show.
Yeah.
She's gone now. La Zavaleta was disqualified. Dahlia's been let go. So yeah, there's like no, the drama that is existing. What, Eva is just gonna kind of, Eva and Sigourney are playing this weird thing where they're like threatening to get other people and bring other people down.
You know that's what we're going to talk about, right?
Yeah.
You know that is the big takeaway from today.
Which is a nothing burger. And then we have the Cynthia and Blackberry drama, which again is just like, all right. Like, even, who was it? Like, Jaharia was like, that was week 1, bitch. You know, like, it was
That
like,
was week 1, bitch. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm still pissed about it.
Which we'll get into, but it's just like, yeah, there's nothing with like real emotion, but it's all just like manufactured bullshit that we have to sit through now. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest with you. And because this show, the drag is good, but in a way, I don't know. This sounds weird, but the drag, they're all doing pretty good to where it's boring. You know, it's like there's no...
Oh, interesting take that I've never thought about. Okay, go ahead.
There's like nothing, like, even Blackberries was okay. You know, like I was like, oh, good, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm worried about the future. I mean, I'm not going to crap out like Slajan Royale.
Yeah.
I'm going to, I'm sticking with it because overall I want to see what happens. But yeah,
Well,
I'm worried about the future.
I'll say
episodes.
this. I don't seek out spoilers, okay? And I'm not giving for people who are scared, I'm not giving a spoiler here at all. Not even close. I don't think so. But I will say from what I've seen online, the Boulets say that the next episode 6, is their favorite episode of the whole season. And now I don't know what that constitutes. Like, maybe they look really good and have funny jokes. It could be them like, being like, oh, I don't care about the drama. I just think we looked really good, Or, but they say that it's their favorite episode of the season.
Yeah, but didn't they say that about another?
Yeah, I remember when that one season where it was like, that's going to be the season that changes everything.
Yeah, and it was just such a nothing burger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I mean, look, okay, fine. I'll, I'm excited to see what happens, but, I'll keep watching, but there's just nothing that, like, is, like, no actual drama. Like, everything just, again, feels manufactured. So, I don't know.
So to get into this, I'm going to have to talk about other things. We're going to talk about other things just to get into my big takeaway.
Okay.
But I'll tell you in a sentence, my big takeaway is that this is a reality competition show.
Yeah.
And we are going to lose our faith. I lost Dahlia. Right?
Yeah.
And we all know I love Dahlia. And I lost her.
Oh, wait. So, yeah, you were talking about how everyone's really upset that Priscilla got cut.
Oh, yeah, they're really upset. And what they're saying is essentially it comes down to there's a number of different angles for why they're upset. One of the angles being there's not a lot of trans representation on this season. And they had a very strong trans contestant who made herself very vulnerable on this challenge. And the Boulets cut her when there was room to cut other people.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do, it's just people who really love Priscilla, and that's okay. You're allowed to love, I'm not saying you shouldn't love Priscilla. I'm going to find myself saying something that ultimately I say about RuPaul as well, which is that this is RuPaul's world and we're just living in it. And this is the Boulets world and we're just living in it.
If you don't like it, start your own drag competition show. I will say this, that I'm team Priscilla up until last episode when she interlocked her fingers into her feet spaces. And then I was like, okay, she can go. I'm good. I'm good with her leaving.
Yeah. Well, look, and here's the thing too. Like I said, I lost Dahlia. I thought, not just because I thought Dahlia was cute, I thought she just brought really fierce looks.
She did have really good looks.
Can I just step in here for a second?
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Eva.
I thought you weren't going to talk.
Love Dahlia. Love her. Love her to death. Just hear me out. Hear me out. I'm going to do me. She can do her. I'm just worried about me.
All right. Good. That's good for you.
Yeah, we're
dude,
not worried about either of you. So moveon.org.
Yeah, moveon.org. Moveon.org. Okay, but I just want you to know it's all about me. I'm going to sit right here on this stool, not going to say a word.
You're saying words now.
Yeah, dude, we get it. Stay there.
Ugh.
God, these bugs, man.
I got to be honest with you. I feel like you got to stop having stool time for your podcasts where you just let somebody sit on a stool.
Well, here's what happened. I don't know Eva's real boy name. I figured this out. I don't know Eva's real boy name. And I know somebody won a charity auction to sit in on a recording of Hello Uglies. And I didn't know it was Eva Destruction. She used her boy name.
Yeah.
So
we made a whole $5 for that charity. So
strangely, her boy name's Steve Destruction. You would think I would have put it together. I would have figured it out, but I didn't.
Well, it was Steve, I can see it being confusing.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is that, what I was going to say is I really think, I'm being honest, we're going to be combining a bunch of things here in the big takeaway, even though we haven't gotten to the episode. I think the Boulets as a production realized that these specific cast members, for a number of reasons, were messy to the point where it was interfering with production.
Yeah.
And so what they did with Dahlia, what they did with Zavaleta, and what they did with Priscilla is essentially do a soft disqualification. Now, Dahlia, I don't think she was disqualified. I think she was just eliminated, and then and we can get to this. The friend I was talking to today did not agree with me, but I thought Dahlia's look was better than Jade's this week. It's conceptually, not necessarily in execution, but conceptually was a better look.
I think conceptually, but to be honest with you, going into this, I was like, as long as Jade doesn't shit the bed, she's gonna win, and she didn't shit the bed. So I was like, okay, she's gonna win. So
Okay.
yeah, because there's no way they would have picked. I mean, unless Jade came out in some more
That's what I'm
pasties.
saying. But I was saying Dahlia could have worn the greatest outfit of all time. You could even tell in the anger. You could see the anger in their faces, like the way they were just so passionless, the way they sent Dahlia to hell. You know, it wasn't like Jade, you know, and they usually have some sort of excitement in their voice. They were like, all right, Dahlia, go back to hell.
I just think that, you know, look, I would love for there to be like a reunion episode or something where they rehash.
There is going to be a reunion.
Oh, great. So,
But Zavaleta will not be at the reunion.
Really?
No.
Is she...
Here's what we know. I know the Boulets did a podcast where they talked about it, but they didn't get into great detail. I know Zavaleta was supposed to do something. Supposedly, and I don't know which side is saying this, supposedly this had nothing to do with the drug use, the disqualification. The rumor is, like I said, I don't go too deep into the spoilers, so I don't know the sources or anything, but the rumor is that she was disqualified because Zavaleta was disqualified. This is a rumor, unsubstantiated, could be completely false. The Boulets have not confirmed this.
Okay.
But that essentially they were trying to keep the Hellbound showdown a secret from the cast. So that the people who were still in the competition would not know that this Hellbound showdown existed.
Got it.
And I guess there was a break in production and Zavaleta was sequestered, but somehow got out. I don't know what the story is. Bumped into some of the cast members and told them, oh, we're doing the Hellbound showdown. They told them about it. So revealed it to the cast members.
Oh.
Where this gets tricky is in the podcast, the Boulet brothers, without getting into detail, said that what Zavaleta did, because of it, they would never work with Zavaleta ever again. She's essentially banned from the show.
Really?
But people have said, is really doing this, like revealing it accidentally on purpose, grounds enough to never be on the show ever again?
Dahlia lie and say that production made a threat against her. And you're still having her on the show? We don't know what the reason is. Maybe it will come out, but Zavaleta does not welcome at the reunion. Dahlia is. Dahlia will be there. And Zavaleta is not welcome on any. Wow. Wow.
That they did confirm on their podcast. She's not going to be on the reunion. In fact, people were excited because it basically admitted there's going to be a reunion, but that she will not be on the reunion and she's no longer going to be welcome in a Boulet Brothers production.
Wow.
And I think essentially they eliminated these queens in a soft disqualification. I'm speculating. This is pure speculation. But I can imagine a world where maybe Zavaleta and Priscilla were breaking these rules and they didn't want to embarrass them about it. And so we'll just disqualify you. We'll just exterminate you as if in a normal part of the competition.
I did think it was a little weird that Priscilla said, I don't remember where she said this, but she was like, oh, spoiler, Dahlia was the alcoholic. And I was like,
yeah.
I think you're telling on yourself again. You keep throwing these words around like addiction and alcoholism and it's like Dahlia never said that. She just said that you were choosing to drink over rehearsing, which anybody who doesn't have an addiction can do. So the fact that you're throwing addiction in the mix is like, okay, sweetie, like that's not what's being talked about.
The other thing too is, I mean, I'm going to get really specific with, these kind of terms, but like Dahlia has admitted she has a past with substance abuse issues. And so I would imagine once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. So Dahlia would say, yeah, I'm an alcoholic or some sort of addict, I don't know. I'm just speculating here.
Well, Priscilla's an addict. So, it's like, it's not a shame. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. It's a disease and you're working through it. But it's just like, I think the fact that she keeps bringing shame to Dahlia and saying Dahlia's doing this and Dahlia's saying this, and she hasn't said that, is a little telling to me.
Yeah.
That, it's like, oh, Priscilla. Like, I think you need to start reevaluating some stuff.
In the fan fiction that I'm writing, it's that the Boulets were like, look, we don't know what's going on with this drug use or anything. We don't know, right? It's he said, she said. But we're just going to cut our losses here. We don't want to open ourselves to any kind of liability, not necessarily lawsuit-wise, but what could happen. And we're just going to disqualify them. We're just going to exterminate them. And that's because everyone's like, well, what do you mean? They showed Dahlia doing this and this and this. All of those decisions are made in post, you know? After the season's done, they make this decision. We'll show Dahlia doing this. Well, that's when they build the story. So in the heat of it, they could be like, you know what? We don't know if we're going to air this or not. But if we don't air it, now we have room to just exterminate them. And were exterminated in a normal way. And it's kept private and no one has to know. And in a weird kind of way, it still is with Priscilla. She was just exterminated. I'm making this part up. Thank you.
No, I agree. I think that I could see a world where that's it. But see, the thing is again, I feel like, look, there's some clear people who are ahead, but everyone else seems to pretty much be in the same boat, Yeah. So I think it just pretty much goes on like, who do the Boulet brothers want to keep in the race? And if you're fucking with their production, then they're not going to want to keep you in the race.
I'll be honest with you. From where I'm standing right now, and these are some really strong girls, but I should be very careful. Ghouls. There's some very strong ghouls, right? But it seems that Abhora and Eva are operating on a higher level.
Yeah.
And I really think it's a race between those two.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Sigourney might get into the finals. I think
she's in the mix too.
I was gonna say I could see her coming in third or maybe even second, but I don't necessarily see her winning it. But I will say this, and I'm gonna say this not because I like them, but because the judges do. Blackberry, the judges love Blackberry.
The judges love Blackberry.
I don't get it. I don't think a lot of people get it, but the judges are totally fine with making Blackberry go the finale too. Who knows? Blackberry could win it. I also kind of like what JK and Jahari were talking about, having like a all people of color cast, a group in the finale. I think that would be fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
great.
if they all make it through, So yeah, I mean, more power to her. She's doing whatever the hell she is doing it. I don't know what it is. But yeah.
All right, here we go. After the extermination challenge, the monsters speculate who will be exterminated and the possibility of more than one extermination. Abhora walks in first and reveals that she ended up in the hospital after eating a set prop. Zaharia follows in after. The monsters conclude that both Dahlia Black and La Zavaleta have been exterminated from the competition. Blackberry and Cynthia argue about each other's track record, while Jaharia reveals it was JK who complimented her look that landed her in the bottom last week. Let's stop right there. Lauri, a lot happening, as usual, in the lab after the extermination. Any thoughts here?
Not really. I mean, I don't even feel like the Blackberry Cynthia thing is just, I'm so over it. Like, I just don't care. I thought there might be drama between JK and Jaharia, but JK was just like, well, I didn't mean it the way you thought I did, but sorry. So yeah, I just felt like it was kind of just like, oh, well, all right. So, yeah.
I want to call attention to the fact that like they all pretended that they didn't know Abhora went to the hospital. They're like, what? Yeah. You went to the hospital? I'm like, how would you not know that she went to the hospital?
Yeah, they were like, what happened to you?
Unless, I mean, maybe there is a world where the girls who aren't in the extermination challenge go home.
Could be.
Go to the hotel and then they don't know what happens. But like, I find it hard to believe they were on the lot that they didn't know that Abhora.
Didn't hear about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, even just heard about it. By the way, did you notice that Blackberry was wearing her own merch?
Yes.
I was like, what's wrong with her?
She's got to promote. I don't like. Look, okay. I think Blackberry is annoying. And again, I will say this over and over again, but the judges love her. And look, she's a smart gal. She knows that she's got a limited amount of time to make a good impression. So yeah, hawk that merch, lady. I'm not buying any, but hopefully somebody will.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm afraid to say something right now because someone's in the corner, like you can tell, just like itching to get on the mic.
Yeah, they got like one foot just straight, like they're already ready to stand
She's
up.
like, yeah, she's tapping her foot. She's holding her purse in her lap, and she just looks like she wants to burst. But I'm just not gonna buy into it. All right, let's move on. For this week's floor show, the monsters must present a filthy holiday-themed look and perform a live act of filth. The winner of the challenge will win a featured acting role in the Boulets' upcoming Holiday of Horrors Christmas special. What do you think this thing is? This holiday? I'm like, oh god, another goddamn thing for us to cover.
I don't know. I do love that. When did they film this? Like, it must have been in the summer, right? Or like sometime.
I think they do like in the late spring, early, like in the late spring area. Yeah.
I love how they were trying to like shove the holidays down. Every single time anyone said anything afterwards, they'd be like, "Happy holidays, everyone. This feels like the holidays." And it's just like, all right, this is probably March.
What about the? Yeah, it probably is like March. But what about the? I didn't get this. It seems like some inside joke where like, just as shocking as a chicken on Thanksgiving, and they were like, and I was like, what's so fucking?
I guess maybe because chicken, you don't usually eat chicken on Thanksgiving. I'm sure somebody's gonna write in and have like a full, a reason for it.
Do you think? Okay, I'm afraid to ask. Hold on, Eva. Do you know the why they said chicken on Thanksgiving?
Don't invite her to join.
Do you want the real answer?
Yes.
Okay, is it long? Do you want the real answer? All we want to know if it's a long story. Yes. Okay, we don't want to know that. We don't want to. Just stay. just stay there.
I prefer to stay ignorant.
Yeah. So I here's what I love. So in the announcement on the video, they're like, the winner of the challenge will have a chance to be on TV with us, the Boulets brothers. And I go, we're literally on TV with you right now.
I love how excited they all were.
And they're
I got a chance to be on TV with you guys.
I know, like you do it every week. What are you talking about?
What are you doing right now? What have you done already?
Yeah.
I've never got to do that before.
We get to meet the Boulets brothers.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I guess it's exciting to know that they'll have another paying gig. I guess you could look at it that way.
I wonder what this holiday special is.
Probably a holiday special.
Yeah. The monsters, by the way, in the lab, the monsters prepare for this week's floor show. Sigourney reflects on historically weak performances in filth challenges, her historically weak performances in filth challenges. Priscilla reveals the inspiration behind her Father's Day choice. JK attempts to create an alliance with Jaharia. For some reason, my script says Zaharia. I don't know why. So I'm having to correct it in my brain. Create an alliance with Jaharia. Meanwhile, Jaharia turns around and rats out the alliance to Sigourney and Eva. Later, Cynthia and Blackberry have an intense argument that leads Jaharia to pull Cynthia aside and explain that Cynthia overreacted. I want to talk about this. But let's have you go first. But I just want to say right now, I have a lot of questions about the Blackberry Cynthia fight that maybe you might have answers to.
Oh, I have no answers.
Oh,
okay.
Oh God, I'm afraid to ask. Okay, I'm not. Any thoughts here on the lab?
Yeah, I mean, so JK pulls Jaharia into a room and says, "Can I talk to you?" Mm-hmm. And then she suggests that they team up and try and take down Eva and Sigourney. Mm-hmm. And again, neither one of them goes, how? What steps are we going to take that will take that? Like, there's nothing you can do. I mean, save maybe getting a challenge and then voting for somebody, but it's like, that's it. You can't walk up beside them and push them into the the hole, so it's just like so anyway, so then I was genuinely laughing at this when they pinky promise. JK, I don't know if it was, I think it was, she had like some kind of like cake.
It was like cake frosting. It's exactly
cake frosting. The entire rest, so they put cake frosting on their thumb, they smush it together, and then they put cake frosting on their pinky and they lick it off. And that's supposed to be like them promising to be together, to do this together. Mm-hmm. Then throughout the rest of that scene, all they do is just show clips of JK eating the cake frosting.
I know, just so loving this cake frosting.
She's just like, whenever they talk about JK, they just cut to her and she's taking a bit of the cake frosting. Oh my God, I thought that was
Lauri,
so
that's
funny.
just you on a Tuesday.
I know. That's why I liked it. I was eating cake frosting and going, I'm doing that too.
Yeah, you were like, like being on TV with the Boulets brothers.
Twinsies.
Yeah.
No, so then Jaharia tells Eva, because she wants to get on Eva's good side, which is like, bitch, she literally threw Dahlia under the bus.
Yeah.
Like last episode, and that was her real life friend. Why would you think that anything you do would get on your
Eva
good side?
has no loyalty to anyone except Eva Destruction.
Yes, none whatsoever. And then,
wait, you guys gotta let me say something.
Why? You said so many things.
Dude, you just won a charity. It was not to be on the show.
You're literally saying my name.
All right. Come up here and you can say one thing.
You said your name was Steve for the charity, so we're not saying your name. We're saying Eva's name.
That's a good point, Laura. Okay, you can come up and you can say one thing, and it has to be short.
All right. Dahlia, love her. Love her. Lauri, but I have to disagree with you. I didn't throw anyone under any bus. I'm just here for me. Love Dahlia. Love her. Love her. She's my sister. I would die for her. Okay?
Okay.
But I'm just going to do me.
Great.
All right. I think you said that on the show.
Yeah, you said that multiple times.
Multiple times. Yeah, we know you're out for yourself.
We know you're just going to do you.
Yeah.
That's everything you do and say says that.
Yeah. It's very weird. All right. Sorry. Go ahead. Okay, yeah. Go back to your stool.
I just had to say it.
We understand that.
We got it. Thank you.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you, Steve. Sorry.
So then Eva tells Sigourney, and then they decide.
No. Sorry,
Joe
go
has
ahead.
literally got his hand up against Eva, and she's like wrestling to get. She's like,
I know. She's not. She's done. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Lauri, go ahead.
So then they decide to team up and take down JK, which, by the way, they cut to him and he's eating cake frosting. And it's like, again, how?
Yes, I don't
are
understand.
they going to take down JK? Like, none of what you are doing has any relevance to the actual competition. I would love for a producer to be like, form a plan. Like, do something.
So this happened on a couple of different drag shows that we watch where there's this new thing where they pretend they're on Survivor.
Yes.
But they're not. They're on a competition show where it's a talent show judged by people who they can make whatever decision. In what way is this alliance going to hurt or help you?
See, that's the thing that frustrates me is that they have this running. So they have this running thing throughout the entire. Everybody does, where they think these alliances are going to do something, which they do nothing. And then you also have people who are like Blackberry who act like they're producers of the show.
Oh, producer Blackberry.
Yeah, where they're like, oh, I didn't see that, so I don't know if you have, you need to prove to me that you have what it takes. It's like, bitch, nobody has to prove shit to you.
Yeah,
You're not a judge.
Yeah.
So, it's ridiculous. I don't get why they keep doing it. And that was like almost a majority of the workroom was that whole thing. And then we finally get to the Cynthia Doll Blackberry thing. And it just, honestly, here's what I felt like.
Yeah.
It felt like, because, we've talked about this before, that the Boulets brothers are off stage kind of guiding the queens.
They're right there.
During production. it felt like, Dracmorta said, Cynthia, ask Blackberry where you guys are at. And then they go, action. And then she goes, so where are we at? and then that starts this whole thing. And it was just like, who gives a shit? Like, who cares?
Before we get to, I want to say a couple of things about the JK thing. They're not real. There's little points here. I just want to say, I get mad for people doing this kind of stuff, but I want to talk to you. It seems like something you would like. The part where JK goes up to Jaharia and she's like, can we go talk in the other room? She goes, why? What do you want to talk about? I'm like, finally,
yes.
on the show, someone says, why? We're right here. Tell me right here. What do you want to talk about? But then she just goes and does it anyway.
I thought that was funny. Well, I think it's also what I thought was funny is Jaharia kind of was looking like past JK, and you could see that a producer I felt like a producer was like, go to the fucking room with JK, like,
yeah,
stop stalling.
Yeah,
Jaharia was like, I don't want to do shit, and they're like, get to the fucking room. Like,
okay, so now let's talk about this Blackberry and Cynthia thing. I know we're only on week 5 on this episode. This is what I remember, okay? Because this is the problem. So much has fucking happened on this show that I cannot tell or remember what happened.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, this is what I remember. Let's retrace our steps. Cynthia Doll is like really close before the show with one of these girls, right? Jaharia or Blackberry, right?
I think it was Jaharia. I felt like, didn't she say that her and Jaharia did pinky promise?
She had a pinky promise with somebody, right? Then the Boulets do this twist where they're like, everybody in each group, you're going to have to put one of the girls in your team up for extermination. Blackberry and Jaharia were on a team with Cynthia Doll, and they conspire to put her up for extermination.
No, so...
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So I forgot how it shaked out. But essentially, JK voted for Cynthia because she didn't want to vote for, Blackberry and Jaharia. And then Jaharia, one of them voted for Cynthia, one of them voted for JK. Or I don't know. Essentially, something happened where they were tied.
That was a tie. Okay. So
then they told him, you have to vote you have to pick who the queen. It was between Cynthia and JK.
Yeah.
So he said, you have to pick. And they said, we don't want to. And the Boulet brothers said, tough. So then they go and they talk in the corner and they come back and they say Cynthia Doll. And Cynthia loses her ever-loving mind.
Yeah.
About this and completely just throws all logic out the window and is like, because we're friends, you shouldn't have voted for me. And then for some reason...
Can I just say something right now? Oh, Jesus Christ, he just ran up behind me. That scared me. That's a really hard... I just want to know, I had no part in that.
Yes, we know.
I had no part in that decision. I'm just here for me.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you.
We got it. Thank you. Go sit down.
So...
I'm not going to do these auctions anymore.
Like, I think if I remember correctly, I think JK... So I think this is why Cynthia didn't like Blackberry. I think JK voted for Cynthia, but Cynthia forgave her because she's like, okay, you had to vote for me. I'm fine with it. I think Jaharia voted for JK. Mm-hmm. And I think Cynthia voted for JK. Oh, wait. No. I forgot.
Blackberry probably voted for Cynthia.
Yeah.
And then Jaharia, her twin sister, probably voted for JK. So you had 2 for JK, 2 for Cynthia.
Yeah.
So then Blackberry and Jaharia had to get together and decide which one was going to be JK or Cynthia.
But what I'm saying is, I think the reason why Cynthia doesn't like Blackberry the most is because Blackberry was the one who voted for her, like, in the first round.
But so did JK.
But she for some reason has forgiven JK. She has not forgiven Blackberry.
Which just doesn't lead. This is where you're going. Do you think the Cynthia Doll anger is fake?
I think yes and no. I think that she was upset. I think that now she just is like, playing it up for,
100%. A friend of mine today was telling me that they thought that this fight was real. I said, that they thought the fight was fake. I said, I don't think Blackberry's faking it. I think Cynthia Doll is doing a one-person show here, and she's playing it up how mad she is, and Blackberry's just reacting.
Well, she also is just so fucking loud. Like, there's a point where she speaks in her regular voice.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's like after she talks to Jahari and she's like, oh, yeah, maybe I did overreact, Yeah. But she has such a low, quiet voice that I was like, who the fuck is this? And then I was like, oh, it's Cynthia.
What do you mean I had a low voice, bitch?
Yeah, it was such a different voice than what she has been bringing, which is loud and annoying. So, yeah, no, Cynthia's has this character where she has to yell every fucking time she talks.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, Blackberry, I felt brought up some good points, which is just like, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I had to vote. I chose you. I'm not upset about it. It's a competition. And Cynthia was just like, well, because we were friends, you shouldn't have voted for me. And it's like, that's not how competitions work.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I agree with Blackberry, too, that, Cynthia was not allowing her to talk. She kept interrupting her.
Yeah.
And wasn't listening to what she was saying. So, yeah, I could definitely see Blackberry just getting done with it. Although I do think it's funny that Blackberry was like, I'm really trying hard not to go crazy on her. Like, she's really testing me. And I was like, bitch, I think this is as crazy as you get. Like, I don't think you're controlling anything.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's move on. The floor show. I got to tell you something. I didn't have the ghost host do the looks, and it wasn't out of laziness, it wasn't out of anything. It was literally because I've seen some comments where I guess people don't like the ghost host.
Why?
I don't know.
I love the ghost host.
So I was like, well, I guess people. So if you like the ghost host, leave some comments, because I'm like, it's a lot of work for me to send the looks of the ghost host, get them, put them up on the mixer. It's a whole thing. And if people don't like the ghost host, and
what does Eva think of the ghost host?
Can I say something?
Yes, you were asked a direct question, so this time, yes, you could say something.
Love the ghost host. Love him, but I'm doing me.
Okay. That's not what we asked you.
He's not.
We need an actual answer. Do you like the ghost host? Yes or no?
All right, this is how I see it. This is a drag competition that's horror themed. So, of course, there are going to be spooky elements. And the ghost host is a spooky element that strangely sounds a lot like the ghost host from the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. And I just, I think, if you take, look, I can see the side of.
All right, you're never going to fully answer this. You're never going to.
Just go sit down, dude.
Just go sit down.
Yeah.
We're done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Do I like the ghost
So,
host?
anyway.
Do I like the ghost host? Well, I guess I just don't see how that's relevant.
Lauri, he's still talking.
Honestly, it doesn't matter whether I like the ghost.
He's literally still talking about it right now.
Yeah,
for me.
I hear
This
him.
is my third time on Dragula.
Anyway,
It has to be about
Okay,
me. I
go
can't
ahead.
worry about
Yeah, the floor
anybody
shows
but
were
the
hard to
ghost
watch, to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of the filth.
well, is that true?
Yes.
You used to, maybe now that you're married, you don't, but you used to have this sexual fantasy of drinking somebody we
did
know
not.
her
I
period blood.
never had that. So yeah, this was hard for me to watch. I will say that there were some times where I was like, "Oh, that's cool," which I rarely ever say during filth. So
I really don't understand. This is what filth means to me. Okay, to me, filth, it has to involve bodily fluids or garbage or dirt. One or a combination of these three things. So, by that token, the Sigourney Beaver as Statue of Liberty masturbating with the torch, it's offensive and it's not sacrilegious, but like it's violating some norms or whatever, right? Might be offensive to people who hold that symbol in high regard, but I don't know if it's filthy.
I think filth. I think there's a couple definitions of filth, and I think one version of filth is just the gross aspect of it, which is what you're saying, like body fluids, garbage. But then I think there's a sexual aspect of it, which is just like uncommon, like dark sexual fantasies. So that I could see that being a filth. Do I think it was as explosive as everybody was saying? Like, oh, she is transformative. No, but you know, she went there, so good for her.
Yeah. Any standout looks for you? Abhora, we both loved.
I mean, Abhora was amazing.
For people who didn't watch, Abhora she was on stilts as a Christmas tree, but she had like testicles for ornaments or something like that, and she was eating them for the filth, and she had a head in a jar or something.
That head looked really real.
It was truly frightening, and also props to Abhora, like staying strangely in character during the judgment.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, it was very,
her
very
outfit
strange.
Outside of that costume was crazy too. She looked like a worm almost. Yeah, I mean, this is how great. I mean, Abhora was amazing, but this is how great Eva was. Eva's outfit was great, and it was probably the worst outfit she's had all season, in my opinion. So it's like, this is how well Eva's doing looks wise in the competition. So
yeah, that person you're talking about. That person you're talking about, I had trouble at first knowing what her holiday was. I thought it was like, is it a bat? It's like a red bat. And I'm being very careful what I say.
Yeah.
And but then when I found out what it was, I'm like, oh, it was, because whether you regardless of whether it was on theme or not, or it was hard to tell what it was or anything like that, the look was impeccable. The look was phenomenal.
Yeah. The look was really good.
The look was really, really good. And so props to her for that.
But yeah, there wasn't anyone that I was like, even Disasterina's I didn't hate. Like, there wasn't anybody's that I was like, oh, that's not good at all. You know? Everybody's I liked. Yeah. I will say that, like, again, they're bringing it on the looks. But to the point where it's just now it's boring because it's just like everybody's bringing it. You know, nobody's terrible.
Okay, over on the main stage, Abhora is named the winner of the challenge, while Cynthia Doll, Disasterina, and Priscilla Chambers are placed in the bottom three. The Boulets reveal that after their deliberations, they will save one monster, and the other two must ascend the staircase of souls for their final judgment. In the cauldron, the bottom three plead their cases. Cynthia believes the Boulets will save her from the staircase of souls. Priscilla talks about the importance of her drag message, and Disasterina struggles to make a case for herself. Meanwhile, Eva confronts JK about her attempt to form an alliance with Jaharia. Meanwhile, JK backtracks. Over on the main stage, Cynthia is spared while Disasterina and Priscilla ascend the staircase of souls to the ghostly gallows. After their final judgment, both monsters are dropped into the pit of oblivion in another shocking double extermination. Later, a message on screen reveals that La Zavaleta was disqualified from the competition for breaking production rules and therefore will not be returning for the Hellbound Showdown. Meanwhile, J. Jolie and Dahlia Black face each other in the Hellbound Showdown, and J. Jolie comes out victorious, sending Dahlia Black back to hell. Lauri, any final thoughts on the episode, on the cauldron, on the judgment? Give it to us all.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think that they were always going to eliminate two queens, or do you think that if Disasterina had put up more of a fight and been more gung-ho about her staying, that they would have let her stay on?
I think they were always going to eliminate two queens. They have a lot of queens, not a lot of episodes. I think the plan has always been at a certain point to eliminate two queens per episode.
Okay. Because my thought process was I felt like Disasterina was kind of quiet quitting, where she wasn't necessarily saying I'm quitting, but she wasn't really putting up a fight and doing, she, even on her way to the, execution chamber, she was like, you can't keep going in the bottom and thinking that you're going to make it. And it's like, oh, Disasterina, have some positive attitude.
I think she struggled on this show because, as we talked about before, on season 2, she was allowed to stay in that character the entire time, in confessionals and not confessionals. And in this one, the Hello Uglies, Dragula has evolved to the point where now there is a delineation between the person behind the character and the character. And I think that's just not who she is. She is that character.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have a persona. So I think she struggled, and that made it difficult for her to be a presence on TV.
Yeah. I would say, though, that everybody, I think everybody was talking about how phenomenal she is live. So I'd be interested in seeing a live show of hers.
She's an LA-based queen. And look, here's the thing is that we've talked about it before with Drag Race. There are people who are amazing drag queens who are just not good at the competition. And there are people who are really good at the competition who aren't that great of drag queens performing wise. And so, that could be just her thing, because I know she is kind of held up as sort of this icon.
As far as the Hellbound Showdown, I think we pretty much discussed it. I will say, though, that I felt like this was Jade Jolie's best outfit, and it wasn't even that great. So she's like the reverse of Eva. So.
I kind of disagree. I gotta go back to, again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I am willing to concede that my judgment is clouded because I think she is so attractive as not when she's not in drag.
I wasn't saying it was better than Dahlia's.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
I know, but so like to me, I'm like, the Dahlia was great. I thought the concept was amazing. She really went there as, Jesus for Easter, and then she reversed it by nailing the bunny to the cross. There wasn't much of a look, but the concept was there. There was a story there. They're always looking for a story, and I don't know what the story with Jade Jolie's was. She was Groundhog Day and she ate worms. I mean, okay. I just think conceptually Abhora's was way ahead. But like I said, I personally think the Boulets are pissed at at Dahlia. There was nothing she could do to save herself, and she was just they were gonna go through the motions, but she wasn't gonna go forward.
I fully agree with you. I thought Dahlia's was a better outfit. I'm just saying that in all of Jade Jolie's outfits, this was the best one she had.
That's true. I think she's gonna have some tough competition next week with Priscilla and not Disasterina, but
I think also that I totally agree with you. Here's the thing. I feel like, no, I guess I don't. I actually now I'm reversing and seeing what you're saying. I remember one time I was coaching improv, and so we had to sit down on these auditions, and the director of the theater loved this improv team, and he had coached them, and he wanted them to be on the main stage. And he was like, they're going to come in for an audition. And if they don't, I'm not looking for greatness. I just don't want them to shit. If they don't shit the bed, they're definitely getting on a main stage team. I'm just telling you that right now. Like, he already wanted them on a main stage team. Well, they did their show awful. They were awful. Just so nervous, as auditions go. And as soon as they leave, he goes, well, they shit the bed, but I'm still picking them. So I think that would have been what they had done with, Jade Jolie, I think, could have walked in, as a ball and just laid on stage. And I think they would have been like, perfect. You're it. You
got the job.
Yeah.
What about the cauldron? Was there anything interesting in the cauldron for you?
Not really. It was just kind of sad. It's...
they were trying to drum up drama, but it just didn't really exist.
Priscilla was really was talking about how, what, like, her drag and what drag means to her, and it was just, and then Disasterina was just sort of like, I guess I'm not doing as well as I thought I was going to be doing, and it's just they both were just, not in a bad way, just like, oh man, I guess when you do watch these competition shows, they're contestants, so you just go like, okay, they're doing this, they know what's going to happen, but you also don't see it from their point of view, which is like, this is their life. This is what they are, they're putting their shows out there, and it's hard. So, I felt bad for both of them because they're not in any way bad performers, but So anyways, we'll see what happens next episode.
Well, we're doing our own Hellbound showdown. Tell us what you want. Do you hate the ghost host? Are you going to be happy the ghost host never returns, or do you love the ghost host? We will see. All right. And no, Eva.
Can I say something? Can I just say one thing?
That's going to do it for this week's episode of Hello Uglies. Be sure to join us next weekend every week as we continue to discuss, dissect, and deconstruct each brand new episode of Dragula Titan Season 2. So for Lauri and Kay Roggenkamp and myself,
Goodbye, uglies.
Thanks for creeping it real with us here on Hello Uglies. Got a bone to pick or praise to raise from the dead? Email us at hellouglies@afterthought.media. Want your voice to haunt our next episode? Leave us a scream at speakpipe.com/afterthoughtmedia. If you want to keep our crypt open and the blood flowing, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. This episode was brewed and stitched together by Dennis Escalero. A monstrously huge thank you to our expensive tier ghouls over on Patreon. You keep our coffins company. Hello Uglies is an Afterthought Media production. Until next time, stay spooky, stay sickening, and remember, beauty is only skin deep, but ugly is to the bone.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets, with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.